Okay, so we are here tonight with the lovely Mel Bridger, and Mel actually received one of our prizes on the body transformation. She's just been with us for the last 10 weeks and actually got the special recognition because her results were so unbelievably good on this program. Obviously, I know you've documented so much, Mel, of your journey with us. But please, could you just share with our viewers really what you actually achieved in these 10 weeks?
Oh wow. So I think if we're talking about data, so I lost 16.5 pounds. 9 inches documented, but we are thinking it's probably closest to 12.
Absolutely, yeah. Because obviously
um,
you didn't, you did your waist, but
mhm.
then you only brought your kind of chest and hips in. Probably, I think it was week 3, wasn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, it was. And I was totally kicking myself for that. And I think it was just being a little bit disorganized. So I really wish I'd done it. But the big one for me was when you did the before and after pictures. So when you did the beginning and when you did the end. And when we previously spoken, I was like, oh, I'm not sharing my photos. I'm just like, that's not me. It's like a little bit scary. But I think it was actually mind blowing, the significant difference. So it gave me the confidence then for you to share that because I was really proud of myself for having achieved it really over that period of time.
Yeah, for sure. And you should be proud. I mean, it was phenomenal. I mean, the results were outstanding, but when you really did look at those pictures, and I remember because Jason always does all the before and afters, and he was like, wow, look at Mel. I mean, I know we were getting a lot of your pictures in each check-in, and we were kind of like doing a little bit of a comparison as the weeks were going on, but those final ones were absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah, and I know you did a proper good job of documenting your progress, Mel. I know you threw yourself into this and you really wanted to achieve, and you know what? You got a lot out of this initial BT. How did you find the whole process of doing the initial BT?
It was good for me. I think when you're a fitness professional, because I've been in the industry a long time, so any of you guys that are watching, I've been friends with Kelly and Jason for a really long time. And I knew that I needed help and accountability because of how I was with my mental health, but also I was just very time poor and wanted the reassurance that it was still possible for someone who has a full-time job, who has 2 kids, who runs a fitness business to be able to make those changes that matter. So when I first started training, I think I hadn't trained properly with weights for about 18 months. So it was a combination of guilt. I felt guilty for having not trained and then realized that I'd spent so much time giving myself to other people that it was okay to have that time for myself, which both yourself and Kelly, Jason, constantly reassured me and said, you're doing this for you. Kelly, you were brilliant at saying that, remember you're doing this for you. And training from home as well, because I was one of the ones that I don't go to a gym. I train from home. This is my space.
Yeah.
And I wanted to really see if I could still achieve it at home. I remember the first week, I don't know if you guys remember the video. I posted a video of me doing around the world, and I was like
Yeah.
swearing at the end of it because I'd done it and I'd failed about partway through, but I'd shared that because I thought it was important for people to see that it's not going to be just because you're a fitness professional, you're not going to get it right first time, and you will have your own struggles as well. And I think I documented it because I wanted everybody to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And then I obviously used to do my victory dances and share those after having done it. But the BT in itself really was life changing for me. And I know I've said this to you guys, and some people might think, oh yeah, it's such a cliche, but it was because it was a difficult time in my life. My mum was in hospital. I probably couldn't have started the BT at a worse time in my life, to be honest. I wasn't mentally prepared for it. But it was the one thing, it was my saving grace. It was the one thing that I held on to for myself that kept me sane through everything that I was going through with my mum being ill and everything else.
Yeah, and I think when you're a giver, and I know you very much are a giver, Mel, you'll give to your clients, to your participants, to your students, you are your family, you're so busy. And I really wanted you to experience someone actually being there for you. And you used to kind of like message us practically every week, but it was that kind of almost accountability that you needed to kind of like have so that you could be like, look, this, I'm doing it. I'm here. I'm putting in the effort. And although I know I'm busy and I might not be posting in the WhatsApp group so much, I'm still here. I'm still doing this. And that was absolutely fantastic. What would you say did you find, the most beneficial of the process?
I think having my macros laid out for me. Obviously, I'm a personal trainer as well, and I know that I could have done that myself, but it was actually having my macros laid out for me so I didn't have to think. But also when we had the initial conversation and I said I was really all about supplementation because I am peri/menopausal and my symptoms were starting to get worse and I knew that I needed to take care of myself. So the nutrition side of things, that being done for me without me having to think about it was great, but also the training programs being laid out so I could literally just put the training program up in front of me, make the adaptations if I needed to, and then just crack on and get on with it. And that was really what worked for me because I knew then all I had to do was find the time to fit it all in, which made it so much easier because you'd done that for me.
Yeah.
And just talking about the supplements for the moment, Mel, because you mentioned it, obviously, we've done the talks and we spoke about the supplements. You've cherry picked the ones that suit your lifestyle. You don't need to go into too much detail about the supplementation, but what benefits do you feel from the supplements that you take? How does that make a difference to your essentially your body and your well-being?
My quality of sleep is much, much better since I started taking ashwagandha and magnesium. So I'd never taken ashwagandha before. I was taking a multivitamin, perimenopausal multivitamin. And what people don't realise is a lot of the time, and I don't know if this is the right way to say it, it's like a watered down version. It's never enough, And when I went and bought the ashwagandha and the beauty of like your talks and everything else, I was able to go on, listen to a talk and go, right, let me have a look and see what the percentage is. It's fine for me to take that in addition to what I'm taking already. So even though my sleep hasn't gotten longer, my quality of sleep is so much better. I can't even begin to describe. I've just got so much more energy. My friends have started saying, you're like the Duracell bunny now. Where's this energy coming from? And that was a combination of the magnesium, the ashwagandha. I started to take BCAAs on your recommendation. And I have those daily now, which means I'm drinking more water for the first time in God knows how long. And I just felt like I had so much more energy, better quality of sleep, so much more energy and recovery from illness. So I'm not ill now. I'm worn out, but I would usually be ill now, if that makes sense. And Kelly, I know you know this because you worked in education, but I would be on my back right now if I wasn't taking those.
Yeah, for sure. And people really notice that when you start implementing what we call our non-negotiables, that all of a sudden, your immune system kind of goes up. This time of year, I know it's super busy for you, being in education. I used to be in education. And like you said, all the kids that get ill and you are burnt out physically and like mentally. And often these bugs come about. So, we wanted to make this for you as well as all of our clients, but totally manageable. And with regards to the workouts, I know obviously you did all my home workouts. Was that manageable with how busy you are and everything that you've got going on in your life? How did you find that?
I decided to be selfish.
Yeah.
One of my biggest supporters is my daughter. So my daughter trains with me sometimes. I think you guys know that anyway.
Yeah.
So she's 14 and, as I'm coming out of it, she's going into it and she asks lots of questions. And I was like, right, let me have a look at my timetable. When can I fit this in? Right, I need to train on this date, and this date. And my kids were like, go for it, Mum.
Yeah.
And my husband's been really supportive with my nutrition. So I've completely changed how my family eat now because they're not buying the things that I would necessarily have gravitated towards because I won't eat it. So for the first few weeks, it was like, I can't eat that. I'm going to eat this. I can't eat that. And then my family would just went, hold on a minute. This isn't right. Right. We're just going to eat what you can eat then. And that's a family of 4.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and you're having a positive impact on the rest of the household as well. And, it takes a little bit of massaging in sometimes. Yeah. And we know this through like having lots of clients that are in, busy households with children, husbands, wives, etc. And eventually it just gets to the point where, you're the figurehead of the household. So everyone's like, right, we can see this is working. And honestly, Mel, growing up, having a mom that was into exercise and fitness was really the catalyst for me getting into exercise. you know, you're having that positive impact, and having kids seeing their mom or seeing their dad exercise is massive, because they're going to carry that on, and you know, they'll always grow up going, you know what, my mom was bang on with her health and fitness, she took her health serious, and she, you know, she put herself first, which is important. So we really appreciate your time, Mel. We know you're busy, and I'm sure we could keep talking for a long more time, you know, but we really appreciate your time. So thank you for coming on tonight, and we just want you to keep continuing on and keep pushing forward. I'm sure you've got a goal in your mind where you want to reach. So let's keep pushing forward, and let's make that obtainable, and let's make it happen for you.
Yeah, but just huge congratulations to you, Mel. You absolutely smashed this, and you know, it was you know, something that I know you've been thinking about for a while, and like you said, time-wise, it couldn't come at a worse time, but you did it, and you took literally it by the horns and you run with it. And I really, really hope that you have kind of like enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed coaching you, for sure.
Oh, definitely. I mean, everyone, it's made more of a change, not only to family, but friends. I've got friends that are training now. I even set up a weight training course as a result of doing the BT, which sells out, and they're all asking me, well, when are we doing it next? And I do a bonus session every Sunday now with weights that my daughter joins in, that people from across the country are joining in, just because they can see the change that I've made and they want some of that.
For sure, yeah, this is it.
Keep pushing it, Mal. Keep going with it. You know, the momentum's going, the wheels are turning, and you've got traction. So keep on that. You're doing absolutely brilliant.
And here's to the next 10 weeks, the next 20 weeks, the next however many weeks. Just keep going. So thank you so much, Mel, for joining us tonight.
That's my pleasure.
Really appreciate
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's stop recording.